Hey guys, welcome to this video and you join us for National Wildlife Day. So in this video we thought we'd go through some of our native wildlife that we have here at Knockhatch. So we're going to be focusing on our 3 out of 4 native owl species. So as you can see, I've got Willow, one of our tawny owls, on the glove. Now tawny owls are the most populous owl that you get all over England, Scotland and Wales. They think there's about 100,000 of them roughly. Fun fact about tawny owls is they're really chatty, as you can probably hear with Willow. They make one of the most iconic owl noises that we know when we think about owls. They make the classic twit-to-woo sound, which is not the sound that she's making. So now, if you want to join me, we're going to go over and meet our next owl. Now we move on to our second most populous owl in the UK. It's the lovely barn owl. So this one's Maverick. Bit of a guesstimate as to how, we don't really know exactly how many there are in the UK, but they estimate there's somewhere between 8 to 12,000 of these guys. So yeah, second most populous. And even though they're not as common as the tawny owls, you're much more likely to see these. And that's because of the way these guys hunt. They're an active owl in terms of their hunting strategies. So rather than sitting and waiting for prey to come to them, like most owl species do, these guys will go, they'll do big figure of 8 motions called quartering over large open spaces like fields and meadows. And they'll be looking and listening out for their prey. And this is how they hunt and catch their prey. And that means that they're going to be much more likely to see these than you are to hear them. Barn owls are very quiet. They don't really tend to have a lot of calls, but they do an iconic screech. So they don't hoot, they screech. So now we're going to move on to owl number 3. So if you join me for that, let's go. Moving on to our next owl. This is Winston, our long-eared owl. This is our rarest owl that we have out of the 3 native owl species here we have at Knockhatch anyway. They think there's a few thousand of these in the UK, but they're not 100% sure in the numbers because they're really, really elusive. Going to be hard pressed to find these down in the south. We don't have the correct habitat or the correct prey that these guys like to eat, but you do get them up in the north of England, north of Wales and Scotland as well. And a fun fact is that they're one of the only migratory owls. So sometimes we'll get European visitors fly over from mainland Europe across the English Channel and vice versa.